How's it going, FUD Nation, and welcome back. It's Elio Trades with another episode of FUD TV, and we have got a ton to cover today. I'd like to apologize again for not having an episode yesterday. We try to keep it coming with daily content here on FUD TV, but we had a few business things that had to be attended to. Like I said on a previous broadcast, we run several businesses both inside and outside of cryptocurrency that are not related to YouTube, which allows us to bring you information that you can rely on because you know for a fact that we're not taking money. We're not getting tipped off to bring you this information. We will not be accepting paid reviews, and we will be keeping this content as pure as possible for you because we want you to really have a way to deal with this FUD. That's what FUD TV is about. It's about having a friend through the FUD, someone who can help you decode this FUD and actually get you information that you feel like you can rely on. Obviously, this isn't financial advice. This is just somebody talking about cryptocurrency from the bottom of their heart and trying to share the newest and truest in the space. So if that's something that you are up for, then keep watching because we got a ton of information coming up for you today. We are going to be doing a deep dive and making some bold predictions for the future of an exciting business-focused enterprise blockchain solution called Dragonchain. That's right, if you want to know everything about dragons and the Dragonchain project, do nothing but sit there because we got you covered. It's Elio Trades, and your newest episode of FUD TV is going down right now. Now, starting right off here, it says that Dragonchain is blockchain business magic. Now, they say be a part of the most secure, flexible, business-ready blockchain platform and ecosystem. And as we go through the blockchain project, you'll notice time and time again that they are focused on businesses and enterprises. This is an enterprise blockchain solution, and they advertise themselves as completely turnkey. One of the first things that you need to know here is that this is a Disney project. Dragonchain was originally developed in 2015 and 16 as a private Disney blockchain. Then they realized, oh my, this is actually could be bigger if we open source it and make it a platform. And so then they created the nonprofit Dragonchain Foundation in January of 2017, who are gonna maintain the code and keep this project up to date. They're also gonna get a nice chunk of the coins to do so. So what is the real vision for Dragonchain? Well, this is it, right? They want to be a turnkey, not a turkey, but a turnkey blockchain platform for business. Nobody wants to invest in a turkey, trust me. Dragonchain provides a commercial platform for applications. Here's another big thing. They're going to allow you to code in your favorite languages, Java, Python, Node, C#, Go. They're going to make it so that you don't need to learn Solidity or some new language like you're having to do on Ethereum. That's another huge thing that we're seeing in projects like Elastos and other projects that are showing tremendous potential to attract a ton more developers who don't need to go relearn the wheel. They don't need to go reinvent themselves in this new language, this new platform. They can just use their coding expertise to create blockchain integrated projects. So their core value points consist of a serverless system with smart contracts. They want to establish language support for smart contracts in these common languages. They want to be scalable, right? Because they're using Amazon AWS and Google as partners for their deployments, unlike other companies who are just using mining networks consisting of individuals or supernodes that they're going to run. You see Stellar Lumen leaning on IBM's infrastructure, and there's a lot of examples of companies teaming up with larger companies that have infrastructure to help run their computing power and their networks. This is going to be true of Dragonchain, and that's partly because they were incubated within Disney in Seattle, right next to some of these tech giants, which is something we're definitely going to go over because it's hugely important as we try to decipher the future of Dragonchain. They're advanced, whatever, smart contracts library, currency agnostic, very cool, all that stuff's good. Then here's another thing that they're going to be doing is the Dragonchain company is going to have their own incubator. So they're going to be giving access to legal, technical, marketing, economic subject matter experts. They're going to be trying to give these companies the circumstances necessary for blockchain success, big blockchain wins, and they're going to be doing that through the dragons, and they're going to be funding it with dragons, and you're only going to be able to contribute with dragons to this ecosystem, this incubator. So it's very, very cool that what they're doing, they're marrying this sort of open source platform with an incubator as well as services directly targeting some of the biggest corporations out there, and we're going to get to who they might be targeting and who they might be partnering with in just a minute. We're just going to take a look here at their projects under incubation, which are many, right? They have Look Lateral, which is liquid art, blockchain art provenance and liquid marketplace. So this is kind of a little bit like the APA, all public art token, I think. And it's interesting, you know, art and liquidity and tokenizing that could be big and successful. Seed2U, company in the cannabis sector, has commissioned Dragonchain to build out a suite of smart contract applications for the support of state laws in tandem with So this is good. This is a compliance thing. There's a huge compliance issues in cannabis. Life ID developing open ID platform, right? We were talking about the key in one of our previous presentations, and the key being potentially a massive giant. So these are all into ID Pay, Clevex, an intellectual development of licensing firm. Yeah, so this is cool. You know, they have a nice little suite of projects that are attacking different parts of blockchain. And of course, you can only invest in these if you have the Dragon token. The Dragons are how you invest in these incubated projects that you'll have first access to with your Dragon. So it's like the Dragon is an access token to their ecosystem more than anything, which is really cool. And it shows that they're going to be having advantages to people who are investing in it. They have an AWS serverless platform that they're saying was finished in January. They're launching their third ICO project already in January. They have their pilot program for their developer academy that was happening last month. And this month they have their AWS serverless platform going live that's launching. They have next month, the reference proof of work implementation, their smart contracts library. They're having 5 incubator projects launch in June. They're having all the Heroku implementations. You guys don't know about Heroku, check them out. And yeah, so that we have throughout this year big drops, big moves forward, tons of projects coming out already on Dragonchain. But what we're looking for to really make us excited, to get us giddy, is to understand what the big companies, right? Big companies that already have established market shares and established values in our economy. What are they doing? Are they going to be interfacing with Dragonchain, you might ask? And the answer is abso-friggin-lutely. Here we are seeing Dragonchain at Starbucks HQ back in November, on the 9th of November. Here they are having a wild time, the Dragon fam, at Starbucks HQ. Look at this guy's face, loving it. Anyway, so hey there, thank you all for the warm welcome. Hope you are excited with Dragonchain / blockchain now as we are #disrupt. So this is piece number 1 of evidence that we're going to be using to make the case that Dragonchain is not only excited about their future, but they are partnering with mega giants in payment processing like Starbucks. Here we go. We see that Dragonchain is being advised by experts, #Starbucks. So what experts are they being advised by? Well, it turns out that Dragonchain's listed advisors include Maria Smith. Now, Maria Smith is the Vice President of Partnerships and Payments at Starbucks. Partnerships and Payments at Starbucks. Now, they have a map here, and it includes some white flags and some black flags. So the first and most prominent of all of these black flags on the map is the Dragonchain flag that is right over here in the Bellevue area. And we see that's where their office is. They're right by Valve and Bittrex, a few blocks north of T-Mobile and not too far from Microsoft. But we also know that there's more to this story, right? They're not just hanging out by themselves here. They were incubated by Disney, the second black flag here. So we have Dragonchain and Disney are black flags on this map. And then there's a few other black flags. Now, we know for sure that there's involvement between Dragonchain and Disney, as they started out as a private Disney blockchain, and they're very much so launched from the Disney team and incubated by them. And we also now know that Dragonchain has connections to Maria Smith, Vice President of Partnerships and Payments at Starbucks. We've seen them be retweeting, tweeting about Starbucks multiple times here. They're at the Starbucks HQ. Now, so we say in Starbucks is another black flag here. So what we're seeing here is that Dragonchain, Disney, and Starbucks all have ties to the Dragonchain project, and they are in black on this map. So Boeing and Expedia are also listed as black flags here. And so using my method of inference here, I'm starting to smell that Dragonchain has a partnership. First of all, I'm pretty confident that Dragonchain has some kind of working partnership with Starbucks. Starbucks has announced their thirst to enter into the blockchain space. They have a blockchain expert platform that has been incubated in their backyard by none other than Disney. So it's not like Disney has no access here. Disney can get the access to Starbucks. We know Starbucks has announced multiple times that they're moving into the blockchain space. So it's only a matter of how and when, not if. And so it's a question now of is Starbucks running their blockchain payment system through Dragonchain? Because if it's true, and if now Dragonchain, Disney, and Starbucks are all on this map as Dragonchain, looking like this black flag being Dragonchain affiliated projects as some kind of cryptographic explanation as to who they're working with. But then we have Expedia too. I mean, this is massive. If Dragonchain is working, their private blockchains are building blockchain projects out, turnkey blockchain solutions for Starbucks, Disney, Expedia, Boeing, and they have an incubator of promising upcoming projects. I mean, WTF, guys, WTF. So of course, none of this is for sure. We don't have official partnership announcements with Expedia, Starbucks, or any of these companies yet, but what we see is a tremendous amount of growth and trajectory, a lot of vision, and a lot of pieces moving together for the Dragonchain project. You have a strong foundational block that it was started from within the Disney company, launched into its open source sort of open format form that we see in the cryptocurrency space with a nonprofit behind it. But we can assume that a lot of those tokens went to that original sort of Disney corporation, and that this is very much so a project that will benefit Disney if it does well. And so you can assume that if it came from within, that they would benefit somewhat from their connections. Anyway, just looking at this chart, we see that if we even remotely start to approach our all-time highs again, $3, $4, you're making double, triple your money on an investment in Dragonchain at this $1.50 price range. I didn't think it was going to come back down this low again, but now that it has, I'm looking to definitely strengthen my position in Dragonchain. Obviously, it's hard to keep buying when I got my first dragons here in the 20 cents range, but I definitely believe in this project. It's super cool what they're doing, and look, at a market cap of $350 million, if they start doing payments processing for Starbucks alone, you can see this number go through the roof. Like 350 million is nothing to Starbucks. They're making that in days. Like, I have no idea what Starbucks' annual revenue. Let's look this up. Starbucks global annual revenue. Right, so Starbucks did almost $23 billion or $22.5 billion in revenue last year. So $22.5 billion could be flowing through the Dragonchain blockchain. I'm not saying that's a guarantee or likely. I'm just saying that if they're partnering with Starbucks, that could be the potential of just this one partnership, guys, one partnership. And of course, this is unconfirmed. This is me putting together the breadcrumbs because I love breadcrumbs, because information and intuition and understanding what's going to happen in the future is worth a ton of money. If you buy at 29 cents something that's going to $5, you don't have to spend a lot to make a lot, right? This is just about predicting, understanding, hedging, and taking smart assumptions as you start to invest. So as I'm looking at the pieces, they have a Starbucks exec on their advisory board. Starbucks is thirsting for blockchain. They're retweeting it all up in their headquarters. They're being made to work with companies like Starbucks. Just seems like a lot of coincidences. So I'm going to go ahead and make the conclusion that I'm pretty confident the Dragonchain has a relationship with and is going to be working with Starbucks. And for that reason, I am so bullish on Dragonchain. If you want to pick up some Dragonchain, cruise over to KuCoin. Oh, wow, it's really not on a lot of good exchanges. So yeah, KuCoin's definitely the one I'd recommend you getting your Dragonchain from. It's got most of it's got almost 75% of the volume. Definitely go pick it up on KuCoin and nowhere else. That's where you want to get it for sure of this list. Thanks so much for checking out our review of Dragonchain and listening to our coinspiracy theory about their potential partnerships with Starbucks, Boeing, Expedia. These are some huge household names with billions and billions and billions of annual revenue. So this $100 million or a few $100 million market cap that Dragonchain currently has will be nothing compared to the multi-billion dollar industries that they're trying to go in, or the multi-billion dollar partners, single partners that they're going and trying to link up with and bring into the blockchain world. It's very exciting, and we hope you enjoyed our theories about this coin. If you did like it, if you did enjoy it, and you did benefit from this segment, don't be scared to smash up that like, comment below, or of course, share the broadcast. Once again, I'm Elio Trades, and you've been watching FUD TV. You are our FUD Nation, and we thank you so much for being with us. We do multiple cryptocurrency videos each and every day, the days we are able to get here to the office. We apologize for the days we can't, but when we're here, we are cranking out the news and cranking out the content, so don't be afraid to subscribe. We do this for you guys, and we make sure to keep this completely non-monetized, this channel. We don't want it to get confused here. We're doing this to give you guys a great resource. We're doing this to help you guys with the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt out there in the world. We want you to feel empowered, like you have information and you have what you need to make smart decisions in this extremely confusing and fast-moving market. So If you enjoyed it, if you like it, don't be afraid. Mash up the like, follow, hit the bell notification. I'm Elio Trades, your host of FUD TV, and we'll be back with much, much, much more really soon. I promise. I promise.